Are you a absent-minded person? What is an absent-minded person? Usually, you start something and you don't finish. You have many projects, most of them being tasks, dreams that you have started, but you haven't finished. Being an absent-minded, you find it hard to concentrate for a long period of time. I wouldn't say that you have the diagnosis of ADHD, but you find it hard to keep your attention on something for a long period of time. Not because you have a condition or a disorder, but just because you are a scattered brained person. And perhaps you want to have your hands on everything, on every button, lever of the control panel of your life. You want to solve everything all at once. Certainly, if you've been to the circus, you've seen people juggling plates, an artist trying to juggle many things. You may have tried, but soon the plates will fall, all that will fall, and you cannot handle all at once. Or maybe you can identify yourself with a different analogy. A little boat adrift. The absent-minded person feels like this. They are very busy, but in certain moments that there is sobriety and clarity, they stop and ask themselves, what am I doing? Where am I going? It's the feeling of a boat adrift. Most probably you are an angry person, short-tempered person, and you can even feel some depression because the frustration is so great that you feel powerless. So let's go to the solution. First, let's understand what is happening. Why you are an absent-minded person. The problem is that you want everything all at once. And most probably, you have little sense of priority in your life. So this desire for everything all at once leads you to try to embrace the whole world all at once, and leads you to disregard a fundamental law for life, the law of priority. First things first. First, what is most important. Everything in life follows a sequence, and if you interrupt this sequence, you lose what has started already. For example, human beings to exist, first, the sperm cell needs to find the eggs of a woman, and later, a life is generated. And those 9 months in the womb of your mother are necessary, at times 6, 7, or 10, but you need to wait for the birth. After being born, it comes the breastfeeding, then the nursing time, the first teeth come out, and there's no point of skipping steps in the process of life. Life itself teaches us that certain things cannot be done before certain things. And an absent-minded person can even understand this in theory, because this is logical. It's not hard to understand. But in the daily life, you cannot place priorities in its due places, because your feelings hijack your logic and leads you to make decisions that shouldn't happen. They are irrational. And then you should stop and ask yourself, who is in control of my life? My feelings, my hormones, my emotions, or my head? My reasoning, my intelligence? You must choose who will be in control of your life. Because if you are a scatterbrained person, I can guarantee you that you are an emotional person. You will not find a rational person who has reasoning in control of their lives to be scatty. We all have distractions. No one is 100% focused all the time. We all have moments of leisure and so on and so forth. But you will not find someone who is focused and is also emotional. An emotional person tends to be absent-minded. They tend to divide their strength with what they feel. That's why their lives are made of ups and downs. And listen, I'm not judging your values. You who are an emotional person, I'm not offending you, saying that you are worse than a rational person, because at times the person is too rational and focused on the wrong things. They can be focused on wrong things, as serial killers are very focused on the wrong thing. So I am not saying that one is better than the other. I'm just helping you to understand why you are a scatty person. Most probably you give in to your feelings and you have little sense of priority. Or if there's any sense, you don't act upon it. You don't practice priorities in your life. That well-known passage of the two sisters, Martha and Mary, teaches us exactly this. If later you want to read in your Bible, you can read in Luke chapter 10 from verse 38 to the end. There are only 5 verses. You will read and you will understand this better. But basically, the lesson given from Jesus to the older sister, Martha, is this. When he says, Martha, Martha, you are worried and troubled about many things, but one thing is needed. Here is the description of an absent-minded person. Martha was one person like this. Her sister, Mary, was focused. And it is interesting because Jesus met many people when he was here in flesh and blood. But the Gospels report these 2 sisters in a few times. And it's not by chance, but to give us many lessons. But one of these lessons is this one here, of knowing what comes first. Every moment in life, you must make a decision of what comes first. For instance, now I'm talking. If you have a sense of priority, you are paying attention to my words, not because it's me speaking, but it is something that will help you, will direct you, will lead you to be someone more conscious. But if you are a scatty person, I'm talking, but deep down you are doing other things. And you get a word here and there. When the message is over, if someone asks you, what was said? What was the message? What was today's message? You would not know what to say. You heard me for 10 minutes, but after 10 minutes, you do not know what I just said. Why? Because you were all over the place. Your focus was all over the place. Why? You don't have a sense of priority. What is most important right now? In reality, no one can multitask because our mind was not created to multitask. You can do lots of things at once, but you won't do anything well. We were created to do one thing and to do it well. So you can have lots of things in life, make many projects, you can reach and achieve many things in life, but not all at once. So there will be things that you will have to say, not now, not this. This I will keep it for later, but not now. That person that wants your attention now, you have to tell them, not now. You have to learn to say many no's to yourself, to your feelings, to your ideas, impulses, anxiety. you have to learn to say more no's to yourself than to others, but also to others. You have to learn to say no so that you may be able to focus on what matters. So every moment there's something that is priority, that is more important than other things. Nothing is the same. So it is up to you to make a decision. What matters the most? You arrived at home. What matters the most now? What is most important? What you are going to do first? You came from work today. What you are going to do first? Then you will pray. You are going to talk to God. What are you going to do first? Everything you are going to do in life has a priority. And a very useful exercise for you to stop being an absent-minded person is for you to always be asking yourself, what comes first? What is most important? What should I do first? So you stop and think for 1 second, 10 seconds, then the answer will come. This is what is going to bring me more results. If I don't do it now, there's no problem, but this, I must do it now. Then you go and you do it. Like this, you let go of distractions and you overcome. Jesus said the following about Mary: she has chosen that good part which will not be taken away from her. The good part was, Jesus is in my house. What is most important? For me to prepare some coffee or tea and some cake and give to Jesus, or to sit at his feet and listen to what he has to say? You must make these decisions in life, and when you learn to practice this, you stop being a scatterbrained person, you will be more focused, and then suddenly, you will realize, oh, I became a successful person. If you have made it this far, it is because you want to be a better person. I challenge you to choose one thing you learn in today's video and put it into practice. I'll see you here next time.